Eric, here's your early swings. Very passive, doesn't look like you're swinging hard. You had an average bat speed of 67 miles per hour. And you have a high leg lift, and you do get a decent weight transfer and a rotation, but you don't flow into the front foot very good when you set your brace leg. But more than anything else, look at that swing. It's not a cutting swing. You're way up in the air. You're right over the top of a lot of balls. Very common flaw that we've seen on lesson after lesson here. The knob drives up. You're rotating decent, but that path to the ball is up at the ball. You gotta let that ball drop down another 8 inches in front of you and cut it with a swing that's always level to slightly up. We always say level to slightly up. And I think you leave a lot on the table because you don't get that brace leg and that body going ahead very far. You're a tall guy, 6'3", and if you push forward more, like Bob Waldyke here. Bob Waldyke is 60 years old and he has 500 feet yet. He's the most outstanding senior power hitter I've ever seen. Look how he glides forward ahead. Glides ahead and the hands come back, a little bit of a counter rotation. It's just a straight glide forward. You don't need the leg lift. And he's only about 6'2", but he comes forward quite nicely. And then he powers around in an arc, really swings around in the arc, driving the hands ahead to get a lag and a snap within the arc. That's the key. And he also has, Bob will vary from having a one-hand finish to having both hands finished. But watch a rotation. Rotation, extension, and snap. There's the extension, there's the snap, all within the rotation. And that's what we as rec players have to strive to get a much better rotation. Look how level that is. He's cutting the bottom of the ball and he's driving the ball away. Just picturing where you cut it and drive it's going to make a big difference on how much you improve and how you can get it. You didn't master that swing itself all the way, getting the good level cut, but you showed a tremendous amount of improvement. You actually increased up to 81 miles an hour, 14 miles an hour bat speed by the end of the lesson. See how Bob has a nice level cut? You're riding over the top, and look how he spins out the front foot, meaning he had a great rotation. You don't get that because you're coming up high and you don't have the same degree of powering around in an arc. We need to drive around in an arc a lot more with a more level swing, and that'll come. So again, look at your swing is up, Bob's level, and we just need to get a better glide. We need to get more rotation, get a better lag and snap. The Frisbee throw is absolutely phenomenal. You get a little better glide riding. And look how that really teaches your body to create an angle, to get weight transfer on that glide, and then to rotate and power around. Look at your finish. You're rotating to the left. The bat throw, a little bit dangerous, but again, it's a great drill. But you can see here your hand finishing high. It's still a tendency to go back to getting it up higher. You want to get it more level, always a little bit more level. Let the ball drop down to a more level zone and attack it. That is something you didn't quite master, but I'm sure you walk away with the skills to do it. Here's a good throw too, a bat throw or ball throw. So it's a throwing motion that happens. Look at the counter rotation you get. Watch Waldyke swing in an arc here. Swings in an arc, and then he drives the hands for a little bit of extension and snaps early in the arc, about right there, and then the rest is just follow through. But you can see it's important to get more of a glide step, so you get a brace leg out more. The farther out you get your brace leg and pull the hands back with counter rotation, the more you can convert it to a great rotation, and then you can just work on a driver into the hands to create a lag and get in the snap. Now you do the drills pretty good here. You're still lifting up, you can glide ahead a little bit more, but your body angle is good, the rotation's pretty tight. Here we're trying to get a little counter rotation of the shoulders. If you turn the shoulders as you stride ahead, you buckle into that front leg a little bit too much, but that's what brings your hands back. And not just bringing the hands back, but getting a counter rotation. You can see on Waldyke here, he braces his brace leg ahead, and the reason his upper body doesn't chase ahead is because his shoulders turn some, his upper body turns some, and then he brings his hands back. They work together. Again, with the diagonal torque drill, very good job on getting it. Again, lifting that front foot up more. We want to just try to glide it ahead, because if you lift it up, oftentimes it goes right down the same spot. Look at here. If this guy's 60 and can hit it at 500 feet, you certainly at 43 years old, Eric, can go ahead and do the same thing that he can, just with some practice and some drills, working on these drills. Rotational training, look at you get much more of a glide step. Look how long that is. You still kept the weight on the back foot, and then you convert it to a rotation. Just an excellent job. When the weight stays there, and then when the front foot plants, we transfer the weight and get a good rotation, a good body angle. Excellent job on that aspect. Again, watch Waldyke again. Hands come back, and then it's straight rotation. You're always looking down at the ball. Remember, it's important to have that posture looking up, and look at how you golf and swing underneath it. And your lead arm kind of buckles a little bit. You want to make sure that you keep that body angle back, and you ought to be able to master that drill. When you enter the top drill, this is better, but again, look at the glide step is shortening out. and there's a tendency for the head to come ahead and down. Watch the ball out of the corner of the eye when you hit off the tee and hit off the rope, and keep the posture looking straight ahead, because you're going to watch that ball come in the last 2 or 3 feet. That's how you're going to zone it. Point of contact. We work on getting that point of contact back by swinging a 5-foot pipe into a heavy bag. That's really nice. Glide ahead, hands and upper body counter rotate, and there's a snap to a good point of contact. One reason that the hands dip and they go down low here is you aren't creating a strong enough, level, straightforward drive of the knob to create the lag in the following snap. All within that rotation. Waldeck drives the hands ahead and then he snaps. Look at here. There's hardly any lag. You aren't driving the knob ahead 8-10 inches. Now your teammate here did a better job of driving a lag and then creating a snap all within the rotation. With Waldeck, that's his masterpiece. He drives and creates a lag by arm extension and then he snaps. You're just kind of dragging the bat around. It's a good start of the perfect snap, but we need to drive that knob forward about maybe 6-8 inches, and then the snap will catch up. And you can see here, because you don't have that knob driving forward, that knob driving forward with both hands with arm extension is what's going to create a level lag in the following snap. Rome wasn't built in a day, my friend, so really get that lag and snap better. The swing comes up a little bit, you're lifting and going back into the up and down motion here off the tee, and we go back to the rope and it's a little bit more level, but vast improvement. Again, watch Waldeck. Lag and snap within that rotation is the only thing you really didn't master, but when you went to live, you just showed a tremendous amount of improvement. 14-mile-an-hour bat speed improvement. Let's take a look at these final swings. Awesome job. You hit a couple balls 360.
Nice ball. 83. 82. 83.
Woo. Okay, you know what you did that time? Look at, you hitched up and you went like that.
Okay.
Get the hands back. Look at her. Hands back.
It's over though.
Did it go over?
Yeah.
Did it seriously?
Yes.
Look at you, still left 30 feet off the table.
All right,
there.
well, let's fucking find it.
9.
85.
Look at that. Beauty.
That's
that could be over.
79 and gone.
You're able to bomb some out here. How many did you hit out today?
2 as well.
2 as well, and you know, you had the wind blowing in here, and it's a very warm day. What were some of the keys for you over what you did at the start?
Stride's huge. Not lifting up, more gliding, longer you can. Throwing that top hand, throwing your hands in there, made a big difference for me for squaring the barrel.
Just that,
cutting through the ball.
Just that focus of the hips, throwing the bat head through the ball, right?
Yep.
What tools or what did we use in the cage that made a big difference for you?
I really enjoyed, like, you know, some of the rope drills with the ball. That seemed to be huge. Just really seemed to squaring up the barrel. That's something I'll probably look on making myself at home. I think that's a very teaching tool.
Awesome job. You guys have been miking guys. Eric, what's the differences between the miking and the DeMarini?
It just seems, I think it seems a little hotter. I think the sweet spot might be a little bigger. It seems like even the ball, some of that mishit seem to be further.
The DeMarini has a much more subtle feel than the Miken. The Miken's a lot harder, crisper feel, isn't it?
Yes.
DeMarini, you feel more of that barrel give, I think, than you do on a Miken.
Correct.
But both bats are very good.